today we're going to be taking a look at the Thrustmaster TS-PC Racer with the open wheel style rim. On the rim itself there are 6 buttons plus a rotary encoder and a directional pad, 2 paddle shifters and those beautiful suede handles. It's capable of doing 1080 degrees of rotation. There's a semi-quick release to get the wheel on and off to change wheels. There's 2 additional buttons on the base and the ability to switch modes. With the base there's a brushless motor. There's also an external power supply that comes with the set, and it's in 16 bits of resolution to give you incredible amounts of detail when you're on the road driving in your sim. So first off, we're going to be taking a quick look at the rim itself. This is the open wheel style rim, as I said. The suede grips on the side, pretty nice feel, nice chunky feel. I think it's about 28 centimeters, 29 centimeters for the wheel itself. Going across, your 6 programmable buttons, your D-pad, your rotary encoder, which also depresses as well for the 13th button, technically I guess. You also have your paddle shifters, and at the back here we get to see the Thrustmaster semi-quick release system, which allows you to screw this into the base, and then underneath there is a hole for which there is a screw that you attach to this to keep it all secure, and that's basically how you get it onto the base. Next up we have the wheelbase itself. I think this weighs about 20 pounds all in, with the wheel attached and everything else. Pretty simple. It's nicely finished, nice vents, Thrustmaster logo at the side. You have some additional buttons on here as well, which are actually programmable, these 2 additional buttons. There's also the mode button, for which you can use for some advanced features on the wheel if you so need to do so. Same thing on the other side with the vents again. At the back we have room for the USB connector. You can connect your pedals, shifter, and I believe this is for the power right here, and another additional vent at the back. So very good. All in all, a pretty powerful base. Apparently it's 40 watts. Means nothing to me apart from the fact that it's pretty powerful, which you'll get to see in a bit. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyable usage with this wheel. So to connect the wheel to the wheelbase, we have obviously these threads here, and this section here you have to line. There's like a cross, I guess, which lines up here, and you have your electronic connection inside, which needs to be attached. So just ensure that it's obviously the right way up. You connect this just like this and pull on these threads here. I'm pulling counterclockwise to tighten it up, and then underneath here, as you see, there is a screw which we're going to line up to ensure that this is in the right place. I think that should be good, and then we'll put this screw in. You'll see that in a bit. So this is the screw that you're using, and we'll insert that into the hole underneath, screw that in, and that's going to give us just obviously the extra security with the wheel to ensure that it doesn't come off during usage. I should also just point out very quickly, on the underside of the base are these 2 holes here for hard mounting the wheelbase to your stand or to a desk or to your rig or whatever it is. There is also a desk clamp option which you can use here. We'll be hard mounting the rig, but there's a standard desk clamp which you can also use to attach this to a desk. So here it is, the wheel is finally set up. We've mounted it to my Wheel Stand Pro, hard mounted it to ensure the best amount of rigidity from it. Again, I think the wheel looks pretty nice. The base is really decent. I like the way how that looks. The rim itself, it's really nice. It's cool. It does look a little bit childish because of the way how the colors are, and I mean, they could have done a bit of a better job with that. But with regards to how it uses well. The paddles click really nicely, the buttons are great. The only thing, the rotary encoder is definitely not the best. If you're in a hurry, it can sort of not necessarily give you the best possible results. I've had a few situations where I've ended up not getting what I was looking for because I was in the middle of a race. But all in all, it's pretty decent. I really have enjoyed my time using it. It's definitely helped to make me faster. Here's the wheel in action. So we're running it on F1 2019 here. I think the force feedback's turned up to about 80%, 85% here. I don't tend to use it at 100%. There's usually no need for that. I leave it at 100% in the Thrustmaster settings for the wheel itself, and just make adjustments within the game so that it's different. So for example, using Assetto Corsa or Project Cars 2, I'd use different settings in that. But yeah, it's a really nice wheel to use. It's definitely a massive upgrade to the budget wheel that I started with, which was the TMX. Massive jump up on that, and it's definitely like helpful. It's not a magic solution. It's not going to suddenly just turn you into Michael Schumacher or Lewis Hamilton, but it does help. It gives you enough information while you're using the wheel to help you to correct what you're doing, to help you take in more and more information as you're on the circuit, how close you can get to the edge of the circuit, how much you can use up, the way how the wheel responds when you touch curbs and things like that. It's the benefits from that really overall help you to improve the way how you drive with this. So all in all, I would definitely recommend it more than not. So now that we talked about all the things that I did like about the wheel, I'd just like to mention a couple of the things that I didn't like about the wheel. So the first thing is, as we mentioned previously, it does look a little bit childish. There are other offerings from companies like Fanatec, all the direct drive wheels that are available, all of the custom made available wheels that look like actual F1 wheels, etc., that don't have this childish look to them. Thrustmaster could have definitely done a better job with regards to that. With regards to their quick release system, unfortunately it doesn't appear to like line up 100%, so it's a little bit shoddy in the workmanship department there, and I definitely wasn't too pleased with that. Also, again, to just mention the rotary encoders, it is a little bit cheap to the touch, and again, when you're in the middle of a race and you're looking for a specific function and it ends up doing something else, it's really not good, and they could have done a better job with that. Final thing I don't like about this wheel is that there is clearly a space for an LED set of lights to go, and they haven't added them for whatever the reason is, whether it be cost or whatever. But what's a shame further to that is that it's not available as an add-on that you can purchase as a PC user to put in place and attach them yourself. So that's a real letdown on the part of Thrustmaster, especially considering that a lot of other manufacturers actually put LEDs straight inside of the wheel, and even Thrustmaster themselves have done it with regards to the Ferrari wheels that they have. So they could have done it here, and that would have been good. Overall, I'm very happy with this wheel. It's definitely got more positives than negatives, and again, having come up from a budget wheel, if that's where you're coming from, this is definitely going to be an upgrade for you, and it saves having to spend the money that you would on joining the Fanatec ecosystem, or for example going as far as direct drives, where you're going to need even more equipment and specific rigs to be able to hold that, etc. So this gives you enough of what you can get for the money. The bang for the buck's okay, it's not too bad with regards to that, and definitely a very enjoyable product to use. Thanks for watching.